Garnet as recently as Swarthmore, the Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this. But in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
Good evening to all. Good evening to all, and welcome inside Tarble Pavilion, the home of the Swarthmore Garnet, for the game of the year thus far in the Centennial Conference. Bob Long here on play-by-play for what should be a fantastic matchup between the top two teams in the league. Only two remain unbeaten in the conference at this point, both at 6-0. The Swarthmore Garnet 13-0 on the year and the number one team in the country at the D3 level. Haverford College, the upstart story of the year, bar none. 11-2 on the year, 6-0 in conference as mentioned, and led by Patrick Doherty, a third-season head coach, graduate of Lafayette College, and previously served as an assistant for 8 years. He's turned this struggling program around and have made them a Centennial Conference contender, much the way Landry Kosmolski has on the opposing sideline for Swarthmore. Landry Kosmolski about 5 more years into that campaign than Doherty, but Doherty sees that, sees the example, and maybe Haverford taking strides to be in that conversation. Two crosstown rivals just a bit down the blue route here in Philadelphia, about to go at it here tonight in the game of the year in the Centennial Conference. Again, Bob Long here to bring you this one. So excited to be here. Brandon Hodnett is with me producing. And without further ado, we're going to send it down to the public address announcer, Adam Hertz, for the introductions, the starting lineups, and then we'll be ready for basketball. And Adam Hertz, the public address announcer, has us ready to go for basketball as we get one last look inside the Swarthmore huddle. Landry Kosmowski dialing things up for his team. His undefeated Swarthmore College Garnet, a team with the real target on their back and has been for the entire season. Haverford, on the other hand, more of the upstart team, looking to come in here, throw their weight around a little bit. Excited to see Jack Cork, the 6'6 senior out of Pelham, New York, and see what he can do against the Twin Towers here for Swarthmore. Zach Odell, first-team preseason All-American, and Nate Schaefer, honorable mention, preseason All-American. It'll be Jesse Turkson, the leading scorer for Haverford, to jump it up against Nate Schaefer. Swarthmore in white, Haverford in black. And the game of the year in the Centennial Conference is underway. An opening miss, and Zach Odell brings it down, but a good play off the tip for Joe Wijak, just couldn't finish. Haverford brings it out man-to-man defensively. Swarthmore running the motion offense as Visconti pops open behind the screen and gets the shooter's roll. Full court pressure from Swarthmore. They've done this a lot this year. They didn't do it much last year, but the personnel, it fit the defensive scheme more this year. So Landry Kosmowski, off a national runner-up year, changed the defense considerably, and it's been a very effective full court pressure this year for Swarthmore. Cork hands off, and Turkson throws it away. Fortunate there to recover. 5 with a hoist, air ball, and Swarthmore basketball. Great 29 seconds of defense to start things here for the Garnet. This is Vinny D'Angelo, the freshman from Sun Valley High School. Garnet patient, looking for a high-low look, but now they'll spread it out. Visconti, he'll try it again, and is 2 for 2 early on from deep. And a tough double team in the corner. Turkson comes up with it. And now it's Jackson Ryan the rest of the way. Swarthmore man-to-man in the half court defensively. Ryan with a jump stop and short-armed that one. Got his own rebound. Should not have been able to do that. It never hit the rim. Shot clock did not reset. Turkson barely draws the iron. And Swarthmore defensively has it going on. .16 to shoot for D'Angelo. He'll step back and try a 3, and that one's good as well. 9-0 early on for the Garnet. And what a start. A dream start here in Delaware County for this Swarthmore team in front of their home fans. A drive in traffic. The floater is good. Joe Wijak, the senior from Bloomfield, Michigan, puts that one home. Odell patient. Now at the elbow, it's Nate Schaefer with 16. Guarded by the smaller Turkson. Extra pass for Harkins, tees it up. No good, but got his own rebound. The shooter always knows first. Nine to shoot. And Odell with 4. He'll shoot it from there. Back iron, no, and Cork brings it down. A much better defensive possession for Haverford. Even then, however, gave up the open look to Harkins. Got to be tightened up, and an offensive foul. Moving screen called against Wijak. Here's one more look, and just that little slide at the end will get it called every time. That's a point of emphasis across all levels of basketball, and that was really decreed with the genesis of the enforcement of the freedom of movement across basketball 2 to 3 years ago. Now Ryan Ingram, a normal starter, gets his first run in the game. Shaw in as well. Caprice checked in as the third member of that trio. Odell finishes it over the left shoulder. Had a spider sense, essentially. A secondary defender was coming ready to poke that ball away, picked it up, was strong at the right time, and then waited for that double team to subside, and a good finish in the lane. Turkson thought about the three, now spins inside. Good finish there as he readjusts in midair to avoid the shot blocker Odell. Caprice with it at the elbow, 14 to shoot. He's shown a lot of promise and skill from the big man here this year. Now they give it to him in the post. Good position there against Turkson. Puts up a tough one, and it won't go. Turkson was with them every step of the way. Hartman in traffic. That one won't go. And the Garnet come the other way, led by Ryan Ingram. Shaw beats his defender off the dribble, and it's taken away by Hartman. That's great defense. Nate Torres, boy, he had a mismatch. Looks like he wants it back, but as a result, Caprice comes over there. Now he gets it back and put it on the turf after sliding the feet. Traveling called against Torres. Really, the play was well executed by Ryan to draw the second defender on the baseline, as you saw. Happy feet in the lane from Nate Torres. Abbas Salah with his first run of the evening, a point guard for this team. Good look in the lane. Everything but the finish there. It was a touch short. And Abbas Salah just takes it away from Jonathan Lang. Salah takes the ball screen, had trouble with the dribble. Schaefer wants the ball in the post, he'll get it. Defended by Wiper. He's got a size advantage and a strength advantage inside. Nate Schaefer. 13-4, Swarthmore leads at home. On the baseline is Ryan Trotter getting to the basket all the way. Too much English. Shaw got his defender in the air. Better look, but back iron. Kept inbounds, but Haverford can turn it upfield. Ryan Trotter runs the break. Skip pass across the way. And that's beautiful. Ball moving inside and a good finish from Michael Wiper. Excellent that time from the Fords. "13 minutes to play, 7 minutes gone in this first half. Schaefer, what a move that is. Just wouldn't finish. Would not go down as he couldn't get it over the front rim. Haverford has withstood an initial barrage from this Swarthmore team. Trying to find their way back in it. That will help. Nate Torres for three there, and it's a 4-point game. And it's pulled away from Nate Schaefer. Foul in the backcourt, and Haverford feeling it. They got a student section, a cavalcade here on this side. There's the reach in by Schaefer, and they're liking what they're seeing. Thought about another three. Instead, it's Turkson who will drive underneath. Blocked there by Odell. Such length from the 6'7" forward. Odell on the wing with 18 to shoot, looking for an off-ball cut. D'Angelo for three. That one's no good. And Haverford tightening the screws defensively, and a few of those threes that went down in the opening possessions not going down here for Swarthmore. Good finish there in the lane, the runner from Joe Wijak. 13-11. It's a 7-0 spurt. Ingram ends it with a big three. More full court pressure from Swarthmore. An open three in the corner. It's good again. Timeout called by Landry Kosmalski, and what was a slow start for Haverford is becoming quite efficient on the offensive end. Nate Torres bangs another one home. 30-second timeout on the floor, 11:02 to play in the first half. Nate Torres, 2 for 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. 6 points for him. George Visconti, a couple big threes to start the game, and then D'Angelo teed this one up to make it 9-0. But Haverford has started to climb their way back into this one, and what was expected to be the game of the year, certainly between the last two unbeaten teams, is delivering early on, not even halfway home here in the first half. And Haverford, for the first time tonight, will pick up full court. And a grab called. It'll be Swarthmore basketball. Jack Cork, none too pleased. Neither is Patrick Doherty coming into your screen. He thought there was a moving screen off the ball. The lob. Here's Zach Odell. Floor is wide open for him as he attacks and is poked away from behind. Great defense there from Jack Cork. One more look. Got all ball. And Swarthmore has 14 to shoot. Good catch there from Odell. Do they try this again? Goes inside. They're going to call 3 seconds. And that's Patrick Doherty in the ear of the official there. No doubt about it, it was close. But I think he was paying special attention to that one as Odell went to the basket. So now Haverford has an opportunity to tie or take their first lead of the game. Ryan off the dribble, handoff, good job there, recovering by Connor Harkins. Odell, do they try this again? They've been trying to go at the defense. Now catches it in a better spot with his back to the basket. Puts it up and good. Maybe the internal clock moving just a little bit quicker after the preceding possession was called for a 3-second violation. Cork, there's a great back cut, and what a finish inside. Joe Hartman, two-man basketball with Jack Cork, and Haverford answers. Poked away in the backcourt, and Swarthmore will retain. And it's just that little wheel faking the handoff and immediately cutting to the basket from Hartman. 9:30 to play first half. D'Angelo dealing with man-to-man pressure. A rise and couldn't get it to go off a couple rolls off the rim. Pretty good defense by Joe Wejack. Lang finds Cork, and they're running those back screens. There's a mismatch in there somewhere. There's the catch by Cork, and Schaefer was able to recover. Turkson steps on the sideline right in front of the Swarthmore bench. Some backcourt pressure here from Trotter. He'll mind Vinny D'Angelo all the way down the floor. Odell waits for the double to subside. Now goes right at Cork. 9 to shoot, and again it's in Odell's hands. Into the shot clock. What a back cut there. The backdoor exquisite from Connor Harkins, and good eyes up the floor for Zach Odell. 4-point lead for the home Swarthmore Garnet. Good catch there by Turkson. That was difficult. Thought he was fouled there, wasn't called. And a foul called against Turkson on the other side. Some friendly fire at the tail end of this one. And Schaefer's going to get an elbow in the head. There's the tail end. No worse for the wear. Another look at the back cut here. There's the eyes, the find, and the finish. Timeout on the floor. A full timeout comes with 8:16 on the clock. It's a good one here from Tarbell Pavilion. 20-16, Swarthmore leads. We'll be right back.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
A look at center court, the S here at Swarthmore, and a pretty good crowd. Left side of your screen is the Swarthmore home base, and nearly capacity crowd on this side of the floor as well. Haverford side filling in nicely, and again, most of their students are directly behind their bench on this side of the floor. Tarbell Pavilion, one heck of a place to come watch a basketball game, and for those that have made their way out here tonight, already being rewarded with some high-quality Division III basketball. All the more impressive, the students not back on campus yet. So this is students that have made the trek back to campus a few days early, and community members who have been supporting this team unbelievably all year long. Connor Harkins for three, the most proficient three-point shooter in the Centennial Conference, dials it up again. A lot of off-ball screens here for Haverford, trying to find some seams in this Swarthmore defense. Turkson loves to attack the opposing bigs. Here's a drive into the lane. Good catch there, could not finish though. Nate Torres, again a wonderful catch. That could have been dangerous, but too strong. Now Caprice through traffic. The big man can't finish either. And they run down the floor here at Tarbell Pavilion both ways. Ryan Trotter nearly lost it. An open three, no good, and Schaefer just plucks it away. D'Angelo, hesitation, and a finish inside. Coast to coast for the freshman point guard. And Turkson ahead of the defense. Swarthmore caught napping. The offense has been crisp tonight for Swarthmore. .53% from the floor, 10 of 19 shooting for the home team in white. Schaefer, that's a strong catch inside. Spins, couldn't finish. Turkson there the whole way. And Schaefer maybe just a little bit more comfortable going to his left. That time had to spin and put it over the left shoulder, spinning to his right. Trotter loves to get into the lane and find the passing lane. This time it's Turkson, but can't hit it. Harkins, deep three. Nearly NBA range for Connor Harkins, and he's knocked down two big ones in his last two possessions. 28-18. Ryan Trotter has it on the wing with 16 to shoot. There's an open three, well short off the hands of Nate Torres. Shaw left wide open. It's good again. Haverford falls asleep defensively. That's Ryan Trotter's man. And they get a quick steal inside D'Angelo. What a finish. Tremendous play from Colin Shaw to create. Caprice the eyes up floor. And a double clutch from the freshman point guard Vinny D'Angelo. Timeout called Patrick Doherty. Full timeout on the floor and a blistering run here from the Garnet in the last 2 minutes. We'll be right back here on the Garnet Sports Network. Swarthmore leads by 15. Swarthmore, the #1 team in the country, and what they talked a lot about, or maybe not them, but what media pundits would talk a lot about, is the loss of first-team All-American, two-time Centennial Conference Player of the Year, Cam Wiley. How can you replace that guy who, at the end of the shot clock, always could get you a shot and almost single-handedly win you a game when you needed it? Well, the answer has been balance, and you look at this Swarthmore team, 33 points through 15 minutes of basketball. Nobody is in double figures at this point. Vinny D'Angelo with 7. George Visconti has 6 points on 2 of 2 shooting. Connor Harkins with 8 to lead all Swarthmore scorers. Zach Odell has 4. Schaefer with 2. Ingram with 3. And Colin Shaw with 3. There's a foul by the aforementioned Ryan Ingram in the backcourt. But all of a sudden, we're 15 minutes into the game and 7 players have scored. And a very balanced effort on Rich's 15-point lead. Inside they go. Facing the basket was Torres. Picked up his dribble. This is Marotra. Just into the game and threw it away. Dhruv Marotra's pass never had a chance. Now Visconti in rhythm. Count it! Swarthmore doubling up Haverford College. And nearly another steal as Abbas Salah got his hands in the passing lane. It's an 18-2 run here for Swarthmore. As there's a drive, contact won't go. Joe Wijak to the line to shoot 2, and an opportunity to stop the bleeding with the clock stopped. With 9:45 to play in this first half, it was Swarthmore 18, Haverford 16, and since that point, it's been a couple big threes, more than a couple for Swarthmore. Turnovers from Haverford. Swarthmore beating Haverford down the floor. the last bucket before that foul shot was Turkson beating the Swarthmore defense down the floor for 2, and something that Landry Kosmalski was not particularly pleased with. Well, okay, but the defense has picked it up since then, the hallmark of a good team, after being out-hustled on that particular play, and now a 17-point cushion here at home. In control offensively. Visconti into the lane. He's blocked from behind by Turkson. And it's the help defense that's the difference there for Haverford. The lane's opening up, but a bad pass. Wejack gave it away. Visconti to the hole. Count it, and 1. The eyes up floor from Zach Odell. Visconti not giving up on the play. And this time it's the big man with the assist and the guard with the finish through contact. Visconti, a bit uncharacteristic last year as he was in the mid to high 80s for a free throw percentage. Certainly early this year, but only 69%. That one's short. Tipped out of bounds, last touch by Odell. Swarthmore pulls off the full court and moves into a half-court man-to-man set. Cork fakes the handoff, was looking to get it to Jackson Ryan. Now Ryan has it. The big man, Jack Cork, going at Odell in the lane, couldn't finish. And Salah pulls it away. Nearly a steal there. Ingram from the elbow, got it. A head fake, gets the defender on the flyby. Get the puppies organized where he's comfortable, and a good elbow jumper puts Swarthmore up 40-19. Wejack draws another foul. That's the Swarthmore Garnet's team 4th. Another look as Turkson on the flyby. Rise and fire before the taller Jackson Ryan could get the hand in the face. Swarthmore was the unanimous #1 team in the country, as voted in the NABC poll. Another foul, this time off the ball. 5th team foul called against Vinny D'Angelo. And this one's actually going to go Shaw. So Colin Shaw picks it up. That's his first personal. Joe Wejack, the senior, guarded by the freshman point guard Vinny D'Angelo. Ryan gets this one inside, and a good finish there, Michael Wiper. Might have been well served to go immediately up with that because Odell wasn't on him. He had some space, but nonetheless it works out. Probably gave himself a bit of a harder shot than he needed to. The run for Swarthmore is 22-5 since the 10-minute mark of the first half. Shaw with the drive, rises up in the lane and hits it. I contend he has the best mid-range game on this team, and he's so comfortable doing it and very able to get to that spot. Jackson Ryan has the ball. Inside they go for Jack Cork, this time guarded by Nate Schaefer. See if he spins baseline. Now he does, fade away, and that is pretty. A big man with the footwork, like a ballerina in there, Jack Cork. Skip pass for Ingram. Can't hit the 3. Rebound loose, and Haverford comes up with it. Big minute and 15 seconds left here. If they can cut it to 15 or less with a few good possessions. That one is not kept in bounds. Good effort there from Connor Harkins. Shot clock resets to 20. 1 minute, 7 seconds left in the half as Michael Wiper comes off the floor. Odell comes back onto the floor for defensive purposes. Great look to the far side, and Nate Schaefer got caught in a back screen that left Jack Cork wide open. 17 as a kickball, 57 seconds left. 17-point deficit. Swarthmore looking for a good shot. They can essentially create a 2-for-1 if they hold this for about the next 15 seconds or so. You'd think they'd give themselves a good opportunity to get the ball back with about 10 seconds left. Let's see if they create that 2-for-1 opportunity. Schaefer, back cut, D'Angelo off his knee, and Haverford basketball. You'll get a great look here, and it absolutely is off D'Angelo last. Haverford, a few key stops down the stretch, and a basket here with a stop on the other end could stop the bleeding heading into the dressing room. Wejack has handled the majority of the point guard responsibilities. A skip pass to the corner. Hartman for three. It's good. A big three for Joe Hartman. Shot clock turned off, and Landry Kuzmalski calling out to hold for one. It's a 14-point game. It was 21 just a minute ago. 7 seconds, Visconti. Odell, he goes right back up. No, the tip from Caprice, no. And that's the end of the half. And by the skin of their teeth, Haverford keeps Swarthmore off the board on their final possession. No doubt the momentum in Swarthmore's favor with a 14-point lead, but what was once a 21-point game, Haverford is cut to 14 with a 7-0 run down the stretch. Keeps this one a ball game heading to the break. A good one here from Tarbell Pavilion, the game that everybody was waiting for. Only 2 teams remain undefeated in the Centennial Conference, and you're watching them here on the Garnet Sports Network. Again, Bob Long here on Play-by-Play, taking you home this evening. Appreciate everybody being with us. Stay with us, as we'll be back for the second half in 15 short minutes.
Why choose Swarthmore? Wow.
I don't know how to say this in like one interview.
There's just like this magnetic secret on campus that people really can't describe.
The campus itself is beautiful.
I was absolutely floored when I first came here. A lot of it came from the values that SWAT has.
It truly is the people that make this community. All my memories are inseparable from the people that were around me.
I applied to Swarthmore through the Questbridge National College Match, and it's a program that matches high-achieving, low-income students with really selective institutions like this.
I knew I wanted to play basketball in college. Basketball was a tool that would enable me to get a great education. In high school, I was kind of pressured by the standard to play Division I, but I wanted to pave my own way.
It chose itself for me, and I knew on a more pre-intellectual level that this was the place.
And one of my favorite things and my favorite takeaways of this place has been the community.
I've been lucky to experience what learning is like at other institutions, and I'm very thankful that I did that because that completely changed my perception of Swarthmore. It made me realize that Swarthmore is special in these very small and unique ways that actually make an enormous difference.
The reason I'm so involved on campus is because I feel like the things that I do here matter. You can actually enact meaningful change.
When you're walking around campus, like I don't feel like I'm just walking by a bunch of strangers, and being in these smaller settings, like it gives you the opportunity to build strong relationships with people that also have like a vested personal interest in who you are as a person.
It totally tailors itself to like every type of person. You can come here and be anywhere on any spectrum, and you'll be pretty well welcomed.
You'll find that the people here are here for you. I was able to find really good, deep personal growth. And Swarthmore has been that formative experience that the community allows me to have that space that I can have that growth.
I have incredible mentors who have helped me at every step of the way, which I'm really thankful for. And I don't think I would have that same type of individualized attention and recognition at a place that's not Swarthmore.
Garnet, as recently as 7 years ago, could not have envisioned this, but in succession, every year has been a record-setting year.
Drive the Euro step into the layup. On the floor. A big time finish from Nate Schaefer. A look from above here at Tarbell Pavilion, home of the Swarthmore College Garnet. About ready for the second half here on the Garnet Sports Network. My name's Bob Long. I appreciate everybody being with us here today. And, well, why wouldn't you be? This is a game that everybody was looking forward to across the conference. Both teams 6-0 in the league. Haverford 11-2 overall. Swarthmore 13-0 overall, and the unquestioned #1 team in the country. A unanimous selection in last week's top 25 poll. And the first 20 minutes would do nothing to dissuade you of that opinion. Swarthmore getting last-second instructions here from Landry Kosmalski. Haverford out there on the floor ready to go. And Swarthmore, they've been very successful in keeping Turkson under wraps. 2 for 6 from the floor, 0 of 2 from 3, and just 4 points. The leading scorer is actually Nate Torres with 6 points for Haverford. And on the Swarthmore side, George Visconti poured in 11 points through 20 minutes. It's a 14-point lead for the home Garnet. It was 21 before a 7-0 run to end the half by Haverford, cut it to 14. Schaefer, it's poked away from him. First on the floor is Ryan. And Haverford's going to get the basketball on the first defensive possession. First 5 minutes huge here for this Haverford team. It's a good look for Cork. Gives it up, though. Gets to the basket. Left hand will not go. And D'Angelo will pull it back and start the offense again. Here's Odell, his back to the basket, caught it at a good spot. Now goes to work. Can't get the shooter's roll. And 2 defensive stops to start things here for Haverford. Jackson Ryan back for Turkson, gave up the 3. Now Ryan checks the feet and can't hit it. Out of bounds, last touched by Jesse Turkson. Turkson, a local product, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from Masterman. He's a junior here at Haverford College and has taken off this year. In his 3rd year with the program, Patrick Doherty's 3rd year. Here's Odell, again catches it deep. Will he try it again as he goes at Cork? Good footwork and finish. That right foot like a peg in the ground. He spun every which way with the left foot, but the right foot stayed solid. And it's a 16-point lead for Swarthmore. Cork, no good. D'Angelo came up to catch that, realized that Wejack was coming for the steal. Odell with a slip, and it's knocked out of bounds by Turkson. 17 on the shot clock for Swarthmore. Let's see if Harkins comes off the back screen. Caprice comes to get it. 15 on the shot clock. Odell at the top of the key. Visconti on the dribble drive. 5 to shoot. Caprice. Now it's D'Angelo at the horn. Caprice with the patience. And that time it's Jack Cork. That's the 2nd time he has spun with really good footwork to the baseline and finished in the mid-range. Odell, he just gave him way too much room in there. Cork, who's normally been quite physical, you can't let Zach Odell get that deep. And an offensive foul as Cork pushes off, extended the arms with that ball screen. Let's get one more look at Odell. Again, just kind of deferring was Jack Cork, and you can't let Odell do that. Justin Tucker checks into the game for the first time. A guy that you usually do see in the first half. Had not seen him through the first 20 minutes, and now he's out there with 16:40 to play in the second, along with Abbas Salah, Michael Caprice, Colin Shaw, and Ryan Ingram. 18-point lead for Swarthmore, the unquestioned and unanimous #1 team in the country. Looking for Caprice inside. Does get it in there. Double team comes, so Salah, what a cut, just couldn't finish. Caprice brought it down, and it's pulled away there by Hartman. They work it around for Hartman. Trotter looking for the ball at the top of the key, but instead it's Turkson. And Salah got his hands in the lane. Shaw to the hoop. Couldn't finish. Salah is fouled from behind by Turkson. And another look. Shaw too strong, but Abbas Salah runs the floor. Just a bit of a nudge behind by Turkson, the 6'4 junior. And that is Turkson's second personal foul. team's second. Salah on the board, now the 8th Swarthmore Garnet player in the scoring column. And a look from the sky cam here. One of the many great looks that we get on our Garnet Sports Network telecasts. Full court look for Swarthmore. It has been effective tonight, whether that is causing turnovers or slowing down the offense. This time it's Trotter to come across the timeline. Wiper has it now with 15 to shoot. Wiper on the dribble drive. Left hand is blocked there by Schaefer and kept in bounds. What a tremendous and disciplined play from the big man for Swarthmore. He could have smacked that into the second row if he wanted, but he kept it in bounds and was able to save it to his teammate, create this possession, and Ingram off the front rim can't get it to go. It's a 20-point lead for Swarthmore 5 minutes into this second half. Jonathan Lang surveys. Salah called for the foul on the reach-in. He doesn't like it. The bench doesn't like it. That's the first team foul against the Garnet here in the second half, and Abbas Salah's third. And there's Schaefer again. Could have knocked that into the next county, but what a play that was. Athletic and disciplined. In the post, it's Nate Torres. Now he brings it facing the basket. Driving inside. He's fouled. Counted and one. Late shot clock execution that time from Nate Torres and Haverford, and spinning his way to the hoop. There's the contact and a nice finish. Torres hits the foul shot, 50-33. A grab from behind Jackson Ryan. Third team foul against the Fords. Haverford stays man-to-man. Garnet work it inside. Odell, I would say, has a mismatch in there, so he goes right at it, but nice job to stand up there by Wiper. 5 to shoot for Schaefer. Pulled away from him, but a foul called on the reach. Ryan Trotter picks it up. So some nickel dimers called. The Salah one on this side of the floor, and then the Trotter one on that side of the floor. Could have gone either way. But we've gotten whistles on both, and now a lob. 20 on the shot clock on the reset for the Garnet. Uh, 11 to shoot. Nate Schaefer drives inside, underneath. Great finish by the senior. Uses the rim as protection against that shot blocker as he goes underneath the hoop. Spinning inside. Schaefer stayed with him the whole way, and Torres falling away no good. I think Torres could have kept going to the baseline. He kind of stopped his momentum and faded away. He probably did not need to do that. Visconti with 10 on the shot clock. The Garnet have been working it inside. They do it again. 4 to shoot, and it's Odell's show as he gets in there, puts it up, and a traveling violation called against Swarthmore. Yeah, and certainly slid the pivot foot there at the tail end of that shot clock. .13:02 to play, 19-point deficit for Haverford, and they're looking to cut into this lead. That's not going to help. Turned over out in the good hands in the lane by Zach Odell. Pops open for three. Visconti barely drew the front iron. Odell on the floor first. Jump ball. And that's two hustle plays on loose balls there from Zach Odell. It will be Haverford possession, but it flips the alternate possession light. Joe Wejack against a Swarthmore man defense. Cork at the elbow, was looking for a back cutter. Now does again. Caprice got the hands on it. Active hands all night long from this Swarthmore defense. D'Angelo, now he goes into the post. The little guy, now he's looking for help. This guy's better served in the post here. Odell's been good all night. Good that time. The curl over the left shoulder gives Swarthmore a 21-point lead with 12 minutes to play. This the last of the undefeateds in the Centennial Conference. The winner will have sole control of first place in the conference. A kick ball will reset the shot clock to 20. A grab called. It's going to go against Vinny D'Angelo off the ball. Third team foul of the second half. Vinny D'Angelo in no trouble with just one personally. Turkson really hasn't shot much. This time gets into the lane, couldn't finish that one, and Caprice knocked it out of bounds. He's only taken 19 threes on the year. He's hit 7 of them, so that would certainly explain the reluctance to shoot from deep and certainly Swarthmore's acceptance of the look. But he really hasn't attacked, and I think that's the big men inside, Odell, Schaefer, and then even Caprice, that has come in and made life difficult for Turkson, one of the leading scorers in the Centennial Conference at 15 points per game. Caprice inside, grabbed that from behind by Jack Cork, and those twin towers, even tri-towers that I talk about with Caprice in the mix on the defensive end for Swarthmore, well, that makes life very difficult for Jack Cork, who picks up his third personal foul. He's 6'6", but the widest body that this Haverford team has, and every possession down the floor, he's guarding one of the Swarthmore bigs. And in the second half, that's been a focus, getting the ball inside. That one rose up high. Joe Hartman brought it down. There's a deep three. Wejack, no. And perhaps a bit of a hoist there for Haverford. Every possession so important from here in. 11 minutes to play, down 22. And that one, a bit of a hope and a prayer from NBA range. They took D'Angelo off the ball, and it's Visconti running the point. He puts it up and traveled. Ooh, not a travel, though, so that might hurt. It's a foul before the travel. Sure looked like to me that he set the pivot foot and then went up into the defender. Only George Visconti's first personal. It's the fourth against the Swarthmore Garnet. That's the fifth against the Garnet and the second against George Visconti. 10:45 to play. Both teams have 5 fouls, so you would expect a matriculation into the bonus at some point. But more importantly for Haverford, the Fords need to find a way back into this game before it's too late. And Swarthmore trying to shut things down in the latter portion of this one. Good offensive rebound there from Haverford. They'll get another look. Wejack inside, jumps for the pass to Ryan. Turkson had a mismatch. Caprice slow to get there, and a good finish and recognition that time by Jesse Turkson. One of the lone times he's had a smaller man on him tonight. Shaw, good finish off the glass on the other end. And the answer from the Garnet. Turkson, guarded by Caprice, goes up. He's blocked by Caprice. Brought down by Harkins. Here they come on the run. D'Angelo, too strong off the glass. He was going through a lot of contact, perhaps got there a bit easier than he thought, and just a bit too strong. There's some incidental contact, foul called against Michael Caprice. Another look at the Caprice block. Got the ball going up, and Swarthmore went the other way with it. Such balanced scoring for Swarthmore. We talked about it. George Visconti with 11 points. Odell, he has 10. D'Angelo with 9. Visconti with 8. There's a 3. Joe Wejack from distance. And he puts in his 11 points of the night. Schaefer with patience, has 8 to shoot. He's fouled. Foul called against Nate Torres, and Schaefer will go to the line. This one of the great stories, I think, of the year for Swarthmore. Last year, Nate Schaefer hung in the mid-50s from a percentage perspective from the foul line. And now, as we look up and down this roster, with more than, let's say, 15 foul shots, he is the 3rd leading foul shot percentage player on this team at .794. 27 for 34. That missed 27 for 35. And goes 1 of 2. So 28 for 36 from the big man Schaefer, who gets to the line a lot. And it's been a superlative as a part of his game this year. 19-point lead for Swarthmore, 8:40 to go. Looking to take total control of the conference as Salah pulls it away out of bounds. Hit the sideline, make that the baseline, but Salah, 3 fouls, doesn't matter, that's all ball. And he has been active in the passing lane. Yes, some of them have been fouls, he's got 3 of them, but 8:33 to play, and with this depth, he's comfortable going for that steal. And tipped there by Zach Odell. Just not a good pass from Jonathan Lang in the corner. A head fake that fools nobody from Zach Odell, and a little laugh to go with it. That's good stuff from the senior for Swarthmore. Good catch in there from Schaefer. Couldn't finish. And brought down by Haverford. There's an opening in there. Kept it in bounds after misstepping. 12 to shoot. Here's a step up. No good. Salah. He'll run the break. Kept his pivot foot and got the pass off Swarthmore. In no hurry, they'll reset. Doesn't matter. Connor Harkins says, what do you mean we're not in a rush? dials it in from deep. It's 60-38. Wejack in the lane, great look to the corner, that's wide open, and no good. The legs perhaps a bit heavy for Wiper and the Haverford forwards. Ingram works it around for Odell. Good cut by Ingram and a left-handed finish inside. The back screen set by Connor Harkins. Timeout called Haverford. Let's go back to that last play. Connor Harkins hits the big three. He's hit 3 here tonight. He's been tremendous, and he's the most proficient shooter. So look, both defenders keep an eye on Harkins, and there's Ingram with the back cut. And that's a great look there. Great job by Brandon Hodnett on that replay. That's what a shooter like Connor Harkins does to you when he knocks it down and really kills your soul with a 3 like that. And a little slip to the hole. Just tremendous execution by a Landry Kosmalski coach team that's so disciplined. We'll take a quick break and come right back here on the Garnet Sports Network. No doubt a statement made here tonight from this Swarthmore Garnet team. Now 3 players in double figures. Connor Harkins with 11, 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. George Visconti also 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. He has 11. Zach Odell has 10 points to go along with 7 rebounds, certainly in double-double territory. Vinny D'Angelo with 9. Ryan Ingram and Colin Shaw both have 7. Schaefer with 5. And Abbas Salah has put in 2, both from the line. 6 minutes, 33 seconds to play. Good finish, count it, and 1. Jesse Turkson with the offhand finish over the longer Odell. One more look, and the back cut there, Odell maybe a bit too far out beyond the arc, guarding a guy who's only taken 19 threes on the year. But Turkson strong in the lane. No good, and Visconti brings it down. His first carom of the night. Caprice, he can dial it up from 3. Knew that one was off right away, though. .15 to shoot. 3 from Turkson, that's no good. And last touch by Haverford. A special shout out to our viewers here tonight, both Swarthmore, Haverford constituents, Centennial Conference constituents, and beyond. Kept in there by Vinny D'Angelo. Welcome to the Garnet Sports Network. I'm Bob Long. And wherever and however you're joining us, thanks for making us a part of your evening. D'Angelo, a spin inside. There's a block, but a foul called. Joe Wejack does not like the call. Another look. And I think he did certainly get the wrist there, the right wrist, on the right wrist of Vinny D'Angelo. We talked about Nate Schaefer as the big man, takes a lot of foul shots, and the 3rd most proficient foul shooter on the team. Well, one of the guys he trails is this guy right here, Vinny D'Angelo, 83% from the line on the year. And he gets there quite often. That's his 36th and 37th foul shots on the season. So a freshman unafraid to attack the lane here at the Centennial Conference and D3 level. Swarthmore up 24 in control, nearly 5 minutes to play. That three is good. Joe Hartman. And it gives Haverford an opportunity to set up full court, but Swarthmore quickly across the timeline. Swarthmore can still run the offense, but should not be in any particular hurry. Clock certainly their friend. Shaw with 10. And that is a tough call. Did not see a ton of contact there. I thought the defender went down just a little easy, and I think the replay might validate that. Yikes, and you see Landry Kosmalski less than pleased. Cannot say I blame him. Bear in mind as well, did not see the shoulder drop nor the elbow extend. Haverford could have had some numbers there. They'll pull it back and set up the half court. Wejack a deep three and got the roll that time. He's hit his last two from three, and it's an 18-point lead for Swarthmore. Timeout called by Landry Kosmalski. It's a 30-second timeout on the floor. You're watching the Garnet Sports Network here from Tarbell Pavilion on the campus of Swarthmore College. This is your place, not just for Swarthmore men's basketball, but for any Swarthmore athletics. And you might hear my partner Jacob Brady. He's not here today, but we'll be back when classes return. You might hear him calling a game on play-by-play, whether it's women's basketball, volleyball, whatever sport it might be, right on into the spring when baseball and lacrosse come back into the fold. It's the Garnet Sports Network. Follow at SWAT Athletics for all programming updates. That's at SWAT Athletics on Twitter and Swarthmore Athletics on Facebook. And Instagram getting into the mix as well. Can't say I've gotten into that game yet, but I think I'm missing the boat. Maybe one day. Swarthmore with the basketball off the made three from Joe Wejack. And there's 4 minutes and 24 seconds left in the ballgame. Swarthmore, you would think, with execution discipline and a lack of turnovers, well on their way to 14-0 and 7-0 in the Centennial Conference. Schaefer on the slip to the hole. Good finish there from Nate Schaefer, puts the Garnet up 20. Wejack, good footwork in the lane, couldn't finish. And it's in there. Jesse Turkson got the offensive carom, rewarded with 2. Double team in the corner. Haverford has to start doubling out of this zone. Harkins open for 3. No good. Out of bounds. And it's Swarthmore basketball giveaway there from Haverford. Next up for Swarthmore is a trip to Carlisle as they take on Allen Soretti and the Dickinson College Red Devils. Then they'll return for a 2-game homestand January 22nd, a Wednesday. That's next Wednesday at 8 p.m. against Ursinus College, and the team that has given Swarthmore arguably the most problems over the last few years, including this year by far. The closest game that Swarthmore had to play needed a last-second set of free throws to win that game, and a game they trailed late. Here's a lob thrown down by Zach Odell. Lighten the lamp for the crowd here at Tarbell. Turkson, he'll get to the basket. Good job to readjust, but could not finish. Ingram brings it down and stays in bounds. Harkins with 12, and it's stolen away. Jonathan Lang, he will not be able to finish. Right down Broadway and too strong off the glass. D'Angelo, no need, but why not? All the way to the hoop, counted and one. D'Angelo will shoot one at the line, and like a running back, just saw the seam in the defense. Hit the A-gap, shouldered contact, and what a finish it was. Good look there. Contact on the way up, high off the window. D'Angelo, a very nice game for the Swarthmore Garnet. As he finishes that foul shot, he's now the leading scorer for this Swarthmore team. 14 points and another look at that lob. Zach Odell, thank you very much, he says. Off a brilliant lob from Ryan Ingram. Swarthmore fully in control now, up 23 with 2:10 to play, and the cap, no doubt about it, the highlight from Zach Odell. As he's taken a seat, a foul called. This will send Haverford to the line for the front end of the 1-and-1 as Zach Odell again, can't see that one enough. Some great looks that we've gotten from multiple camera angles, and thanks again to Brandon Hodnett, our wonderful producer tonight, for getting us all those looks on the replay. Front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Brought down, count it, and one. So there's Josh Love, the sophomore from Mill Valley, California, his first run of the night. Tucker picks up the foul for Swarthmore. And Julian Levin checks in, as well as Alec White, Peter Fago, guys that don't see a ton of time, and it's great to see them out on the floor. Big part of what this program does and what's made it successful. 2 minutes to play. Alec White on the perimeter. Salah thought about going up with it. Now 9 to shoot. He'll drive inside, a fadeaway. No good. Levin got his hands on the rebound, pulled away from him. It's loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Shaw. Next up for the Haverford College Fords is a trip to McDaniel on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Then they host Franklin and Marshall, Johns Hopkins, and then go to Ursinus. Really feels like that, though they are going to be 6-1 after this game and tied for second at best. Or I should say at worst they'd be tied for second. It really feels like that 3-game stretch after the trip to McDaniel is where the money's going to be made for this team. Are they a team that could finish first, second, or third in this Centennial Conference this year, an upstart Fords program? TJ Chapman into the game. He has the basketball for Swarthmore. Major Eason picked up his dribble. George Corzine back for Eason for 3. And Corzine has an offensive carom. No good. Chapman doesn't go. Eason couldn't get his hands on it, and a foul called against Levin. Chapman, everything but the finish. That thing banged the rim about 4 ways before popping out, and you could see that this crowd wanted the freshman from Shaker, Ohio, to get on the board here tonight. Josh Love has a quick 4 points after the old-fashioned three-point play on the last possession, and now has a chance for 5 with this foul shot here. Two for 2 from the line, 71-53. 12-second differential between game and shot clock. Fago with the ball, 14 to shoot. Corzine. Here's 9 for Chapman, driving left, lost the footing. And it's Haverford basketball. Well, this was a test for this Haverford team. A team that was upstart, 11-2, 6-0 in the conference, and the question was, could they hang with a team that's been at the top for years now? Still have to answer that question, I think, going forward, but a lot to look forward to from this Haverford Fords team. But for now, the Battle of the Blue Route won by Swarthmore, 71-53, and the undefeated #1 team in the country carries on, remains at the top all alone of the Centennial Conference, and they continue to build for what has been an undefeated season. They've started as #1 in the preseason poll, and they have not relinquished. In fact, it's only become even more of a stronghold. Unquestioned and unanimous. The #1 team in the country in the last NABC coaches poll. And this should be nothing to dissuade those voters the next time they get on the pulpit to make their votes. Again, Swarthmore not done this week. One more game to play before the results will be voted on and next week's poll comes out. That game is Saturday at 4 p.m. on the road at Dickinson College. You can find that broadcast through the Swarthmore Athletics website. We will not produce it here on the Garnet Sports Network. We'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m., as the Ursinus College Bears come to town. And every single time those two teams get together, it gets more and more fun. A rivalry that has been budding for some time. And Ursinus, they've gotten a couple wins, but the one that they played earlier this year on the road in College Bowl was about as close as it gets. They're going to bring it. Swarthmore's going to need to be their best. And we're looking forward to that one. Thanks, everybody, for being with us here on the Garnet Sports Network. I am Bob Long on play-by-play, saying so long on behalf of my entire team, including our wonderful producer, Brandon Hodnett, bringing you all the images that you see here tonight. Until next time, Swarthmore 71, Haverford 53. Swarthmore remains unbeaten, and I thank you for letting us be a part of your evening. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you next Wednesday.